So, welcome back to Sound Bites. I'm your host, Mark DeWolf. In this edition, I have Declan Buckle, the Director of Marketing and Sales for Alive Kombucha. Alive Kombucha is a New Brunswick-based producer of this increasingly popular fermented beverage, and the company has a very unique story to tell. So, welcome, Declan.
Thanks for having me, Mark.
So, to start it off, tell me a little bit about the background of the company. What's the history?
The history kind of starts in 2018 as just an idea. Our owner saw an opportunity to make a better tasting kombucha that was going to have a positive effect on the environment.
Okay. And so I really think this idea of sustainability and kind of environmental stewardship is really kind of at the heart of what you at the ethos, I'd say, of Alive, at least to my understanding. So tell us about how yours is made. So what makes Alive kombucha kind of that authentic?
Yes, I'm so glad you used the word authentic, because that's exactly what it is for us. It's an authentic kombucha, meaning that it is actually alive. So it's not a shelf-stable kombucha. It will begin to ferment if it gets too warm. We also only use real fresh juices, locally sourced as well. We only use organic cane sugars, ethically sourced there, and we use no artificial sweeteners or flavoring agents.
And I know. I mean, just looking by all the the associations you're aligned with in terms of environmental and sustainability. I know also you're a partner in the upcoming Tasting Climate Change Conference in Nova Scotia. What was some of the thought process about being part of that event?
Well, I think you just touched on it a little bit for us. It's saying that this is our company's core. Our entire company's core is built around having a zero carbon footprint and inspiring others to make environmentally friendly purchase decisions. And with this event also, we love to connect with people that are like-minded and are continuously trying to do things to better the planet and help the environment. And what better way to do that and showcase that than the Tasting Climate Change Conference?
Okay, so and maybe we should articulate exactly what are some of the things you do. So as a company, what are you doing to kind of limit your impact?
Well, at Alive, we do a lot. So from having an entire facility ran 100% on solar energy, my laptop power running 100% on solar energy right now in this facility, to we have zero single-use plastics in our bottling. And we also just signed on to 1% for the planet, where we're giving 1% of our sales each year back to environmentalist groups.
Okay. Total commitment on the company's side too. So in terms of, we talked about, and I have had chats with Louis in the past. Are you able to kind of measure the difference that in terms of carbon impact that it comes from using solar power versus traditional electricity?
Yeah, actually. So we found out that our solar production was able to save 26 tons of CO2 emissions and about 37 acres from deforestation every year.
Amazing. So, okay. So, and then I guess too, how do you, where are your inputs coming from? Is that, or the bulk of your inputs? How does that affect the story?
Well, we make sure, like I said, our juices are all locally sourced. And with that, it's kind of lower on some transportation costs and just carbon emissions from transportation. So all of our juices are locally sourced.
And can you explain a little more about, because you have, you choose to use bottles, not cans. And I think maybe consumers would sometimes, rightly or wrongly, are maybe looking for kombucha in a can. Why bottles?
So, like I said, our kombucha is authentic, meaning that if at any point the bottle heats up or anything, it's going to begin to ferment again. And if that happens in a can, we're going to have some deforming of the can, where if it happens in a bottle, you're just going to have a little bit of fizz as you open up the cap.
Okay. Makes total sense to me. So, Yeah, so and ultimately you are a product that is designed for people to enjoy. We've talked a lot about what you are as the ethos of the business, your environmental stewardship, but it's also ultimately too, it's about taste and feeling good and about the product. So tell us a little bit about what a consumer could expect from your kombucha. What kind of flavors?
Oh, exactly. This is the other part that really excites me, because if you have previously tried kombucha, well, you're in for a pleasant surprise, because ours is kind of unlike any others. It's very light. It's very refreshing. We offer our three signature flavors of our blueberry vanilla, raspberry lemongrass, and ginger lemon, all of which have that crisp, refreshing taste profile. And we actually have no funk at the bottom of our bottles. And with that as well, we've been able to get rid of any like vinegary aftertaste that we might have.
Okay, I like it. No funk. Good. So, authentic kombucha without the funk sounds pretty tasty to me.
Yes.
So, if people are watching and they want to go out and buy Alive, where do they do it?
They can go to any Sobeys across Atlantic Canada. So we're in all Sobe stores across Atlantic Canada, and hopefully pushing to move across Canada.
Okay, amazing. So, I want to take a little time and say thanks, Declan, for joining me. I think thank you to the company for being a good company in Atlantic Canada that's doing the right things, thinking about not only thinking about the environment and making sure we have a healthy, tasty product available to us. So, thanks for your time, and we appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Mark. And we love any opportunity that we can get out and explain our story of how we're helping the planet.
Awesome.